Hey guys, it's Avondale, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Walls, where I take you behind the walls of the Noxcrew Game Show. I'd just like to remind you, as always, if you haven't watched today's episode yet, make sure you check the top right-hand corner of your screen. There'll be a link somewhere up there for you to go watch the episode so we don't spoil it for you. So now that you've had some time to do that, I'd like to introduce you to today's guest. I have the Shronky who plays Duckham when we film episodes.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You don't have a body. It's interesting to have a guest with no body, but I guess I've had helper bots before, so it's pretty similar,
huh? Yeah, you don't have to worry about many things, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So, you have the gift or the burden of being Nox's brother, huh?
Yeah, I would like to think of it more as a gift, but sometimes it's definitely a burden. But then, afterwards you're sort of like, no, there was actually a gift. So
right, it's
yeah.
it's kind of funny because you're definitely volunteering your time to us to be the lead cameraman for the game show, but at the same time, I'm sure there's a little bit of family pressure there for you to be involved, huh?
Not really, actually, because I think initially I wasn't going to be involved, and then I was like, no, I want to do it, because I actually enjoy it. It's quite fun. It's pretty tense. I mean, some games it's sort of like, it's really intense, and you're sort of there, moving all over the place, trying to catch the action, and you're sort of missing it, and then you're getting these bad shots, and then you're getting stressed out, and then you make more bad shots, and you're there going, oh, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible in the program.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting to talk about sort of the way that cameramen have to work on the night of filming, because these games are really exciting, and those of us, the Patreons who are watching, the people like me and Skyo and the tech team, Landlord if he's on, Nox, we all get to watch the games, whereas the cameras, who are the ones who are seeing the games for the contestants, you only get to watch a quarter of what's happening,
Yeah. I think, have they played Bridge 3 Far yet?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, because when you know how that was really, really close? I didn't know. I just saw the yellow team win, and I was like, oh, they won! Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, and that's kind of like, you had an assigned role, and I'm going to just sort of give an example of that now. Like, you were above it watching straight down, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was that you? Yeah.
That was stationary.
So
and
there was one
right
for each team, and you'd move right to left, and they couldn't see the other team at all during the episode. It was just the way that they were. Really difficult to resist the urge to watch, I'm sure, but you guys do a really good job capturing the right angles, and so it's always nice to watch the footage back.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, talk a little bit about sort of how you got started in the Noxcrew, because I know obviously Noxite started it, but I've never really heard the story of how he drew you in.
Well, I mean, so Noxcrew started initially when we were playing adventure maps, and then Nox was like, "Oh, we can do better than this," and then he started building his own adventure map. I wasn't that keen. See, I just wanted to dig holes in Minecraft. That was all my thing at the time. So like adventure maps wasn't really, my priority. That and castles. I like sort of really bad fairy tale castles.
Oh, what a reference!
But yeah. And then he started the Noxcrew, and I didn't really join. And then at one point I was interested, and then I tried joining as a builder. And I'm not sure who was the leader at the time. I think it was either Antlier or Ant 5003. But they fired me because like my builds were just terrible. And after that, I didn't really do much. But then eventually I joined the writing department, and we started doing. We started off with Noxcrew stories, I think.
Yeah.
And then start all the other stuff. Noxpocalypse, Noxpod,
Noxcorp, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Etc.
Hopefully, one day.
One day we'll get it out there. Thonax and I just looked over that build in the Bloxkabal episode the other day.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, it's so good. Okay, so anyways, we're here at Castle. Let's go ahead and fly up through here into the game, and we'll talk a little bit about our matchup. It was the Ungentleman versus Grenade Train. The first time you're seeing, well, the last set of teams in the quarterfinals. So you've watched this episode now, you've seen all 8 teams at this point, which is exciting because you'll get to vote for the community matchup real soon. But, you know, the way that we've run the Decision Dome this season is we've sort of, we didn't want to have games that were more or less clones of each other on the Dome at the same time, right? Which is why you'll see, you know, sort of a variety of games, but then, for instance, when Shoot 'em Down got played, it got replaced with Bridge 3 Far, because those were both minecart shooting games. And when Factory got played last episode, it got replaced by Castle, which got played this episode. So kind of interesting that chickens pick the same square 2 times in a row. It doesn't happen very often. Yeah, rigged. So anyways, they get we got sort of the slow like the slower paced game in the last episode on Factory, and then we came into this episode, you know, we had 2 brand new teams facing off against each other, and they really took an aggressive approach coming at each other, and got to the point where one of the guys from Ungentleman fell off into the pond here, and it sparked a really interesting battle where there were people dive bombing into the pond, falling down, taking damage on the platform. And it was really, you know, a 5 or 6 man battle at the start that went in Grenade Train's favor.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the nice points of the game show. You get to see the teamwork that's mentioned so many times in the intros and outros, because, you know, it's quick moving, quick thinking, and teamwork.
That's right.
That display was absolutely fantastic, because, you know, as soon as, I think it was Dwitty that fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as Dwitty fell, his other team members joined him down there and tried to help him out.
And at the same time, the 2 people from Grenade Train that were united together, they actually teamed up and took down Dwitty.
Yeah.
So he was their first death there, and then everything else started happening ridiculously. You know, those 2 people teamed up on the 2 that dropped down from Ungentleman. And all of a sudden, it's looking real bad for Ungentleman, because Oakley goes down in the pond fight as well, and it's just Zerzhin left versus 2 people in water who have bows drawn on him. And then he does the unthinkable. This game was 3v1 right at that point when he was still alive in the pond, and he somehow managed to take down both of the members that were stuck in with him in the pond, despite being seemingly at lower health than them.
I think it's all the more impressive when you actually realise it. Can we go inside and see what
the
viewpoint is like?
Yeah.
Because it's like, the first time I played Castle, I realised just how sort of claustrophobic it is, and these guys, they don't get a view of what the game looks like before they play, so it's literally just like it's completely unknown.
It's completely different when you get inside, and they came down here, and there's really only one way out of the pond. That was the way Dwitty took to get up. They saw this other door here, which is actually one of the spawn rooms, and they came in here, they were like, oh no, this is a bad room to be in. Yeah, they managed to stay in there just long enough to regain what little bit of health they could, get back out here, and you know, get that the 2-for-1 there. And then all of a sudden, it's comes just down to Zerzhin and Ven, and that really turned into a game of cat and mouse, right? And this is where it's really good to get in here, where you can see sort of the angles that they were playing. So Zerzhin was sitting right here on this ledge, and I didn't even notice until my 3rd time through, but he could have actually seen the guy coming through the doorway. Like, this spot is really overpowered. It's probably the best spot on the map. And,
pro tip for you guys out there.
Yeah, there you go. If you ever get a chance to play, use that spot. It's a pro tip. And Ven actually tried to go up here. He was going to go up over the top and around, which was a great idea, because the height advantage Minecraft just pays off so much. If he had come up and gone around, he would have ended up on top. How do we even... Is there a way down? Oh, I'm sure there is eventually.
I'm already lost. I don't
I'm completely lost as well.
Because I keep on seeing it from the outside, and as soon as you're inside, it's just like, where?
Yeah, no kidding. And actually, taking a look at that, he would have had to come all the way up and come back around in this one. Like I said before, this room is totally overpowered. there's only 2 ways into it, up these stairs and through that door, and it's really easy to monitor both ways. So yeah, anyways, this final battle, you know, the trying to complete going 3v1 and winning, and Ven comes through this doorway ready to engage and hits his inventory.
This is one of the sadder moments.
Yeah, it really was. We were looking forward to one of the greatest 1v1s of all time, and he just completely failed. Aw.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that was Castle, the first matchup between Grenade Train and Ungentleman. Thanks a lot to Duckham for coming on the show with me.
Anytime, no problem.
Yeah, I was glad to have you. No problem. So until next time, I've been Avondale. Thanks for watching.
See ya. I bet on Grenade Train when they were playing, because I had a bet with Critchley that Grenade Train would beat Ungentleman.
That's right.
It was not a good omen for them to lose.
No, they lost the first game after being down 3v1, or being, you know, having a 3 people to 1 advantage. Yeah. You were feeling pretty good at that point. And it just didn't work out.